What's up? So, I don't have a review right now. Well, I guess kind of, 'cause I'm going to talk about this juice a little bit more because it's delicious. Um, Gotta have the do. So, as a subject, nobody really ever touches down on too much. You'll fly in here. Uh, this is something, because I work in a vape shop, obviously. You can see, and I talk about it a lot in here right now. When I started with this company, one of the things they said to me was, educate. And that kind of got me thinking, well, a lot of the time, I go to all this, it's, here in Phoenix, there's a lot of different shops, a lot. Uh, and I go to a lot of them, a lot. Especially in the Mesa and Chandler area, Tempe. Um, any of you who work at any shops in Tempe, Mesa, or Chandler, have probably seen me before. Y'all probably know who I am. Those of you that I'm talking about, you know who you are. uh, we don't educate enough. There's all these things all over the internet and the news and the media talking about people, you know, blowing up mods in their faces or blowing up in their, mods are blowing up in their pants and they have big burns on their legs and venting batteries and having to throw them before they, hurt themselves and leaving their mods in their cars when it's 108 degrees outside and they come back out from going into Walmart to get their groceries and their front seat is melted and their dashboard is half dilapidated. And I get a lot of people that come in here from other shops and ask me questions. And once I answer their question, I always ask, when you bought this device or you bought this RDA or this tank or these batteries, did they even tell you anything or did they just give it to you? And they say, well, they didn't tell me shit. And I'm like, oh, well. And then I have to explain to them things. I had this guy come in the other day and his mod was melted. And he had a purple EFES battery in it. And the wrap on his battery was half gone. It was ripped off. And he had just a piece of tape around it. But there was still metal on the sides and bottom of the battery showing where the wrap is supposed to be. The shop that he went to does not need to be named, but his mod fried, started getting really hot and smoking, and he had to throw it. He waited a little while, and after the mod practically melted, he could still pull the battery out, but the mod itself was just completely gone. And I said, well, let me see your battery. And he hands me the battery, and half the wrap is gone. And I'm thinking to myself, when you bought this device, did they see you put the battery in here? And he was like, yeah. And I said, well, was the battery in this same condition? And he said, yeah. And I said, they didn't say anything to you? And he said, no, they didn't say anything. And all I could think in my head was, this shop sold him a device knowing that he had a faulty battery that could arc, vent, leak battery acid, and hurt this guy pretty bad. And they didn't say a single thing. They just gave him the mod, looked at him with a really stupid look, and just let him leave. Nobody said anything. I get, I have that example on a big array of different occasions. People come in with all kinds of stuff, or they go to shops and nobody tells them anything. This is not smoking cigarettes. This is not a smoke shop. You cannot just sell somebody a pack of Marlboro Reds and a lighter and say, have a nice day. It doesn't work like that, guys. We have to educate people. Everybody is confused. Everybody thinks different things. like married batteries. I had some guy come in the other day that went and bought a Sigelli 150 watt at a different shop. He comes in and he's got a 30 amp and a 20 amp battery, both by different makers in the inside of his mod. Why would you sell him two different batteries with two different two batteries, two different specifications from two different makers should not be in one regulated mod, or unregulated for that matter. They should not be paired together. We need to educate people. We need to help people learn. Safety. Safety is key, guys. Safety. I mean, we've all done stupid things. I've done things I shouldn't have done as far as vaping goes. I've made stupid decisions as far as vaping goes. We all have. We all do. We all do stupid things we're not supposed to do here and there. But if you know what you're doing, it's not too much of an issue. But there's a lot of people out there that just want to be like the people that know what they're doing. You know, they just want to be like everybody else, but they're not educated, guys. We need to educate, teach, educate, fucking educate. Sorry for my language, but please educate. Vape shops aren't just for making money, guys. We're not just here to sell people products. We're not just here to push out our new favorite juice flavor from the new juice line we just got in from some guy in California. We're supposed to educate, man. We're here to help people live better lives than they did previously. I'm very grateful to vaping. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes, 3-4 packs a day for years. I started when I was real young, and it got to the point where I was coughing up chunks of my lungs, I would cough for 10 minutes and blood would come out and it would smell like tar. Please, guys, educate. Educate. Thank you.